This is why it's important, so your brain doesn't die on you. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, thanks so much for stopping by. My name is Amanda and I am a homeschool mom to 4 young kids. They are 7, 5, 3, and almost a year old. And I've been home with them for just over 5 years now. So today I wanted to talk with you about mommy me time, self-care, the importance of taking that time to recharge and regroup, and then not lose sight of who you are as an individual. Motherhood can be extremely consuming, and it is really difficult to have that sense of identity when, especially if you stay home, you are just constantly surrounded by your kids and your role as a mom. So today I wanted to share with you ways that I recharge, things that I've learned about myself in my now over 5 years staying home with my kids. Today's video is in collaboration with another sweet mom that I just recently connected with. Her name is Jeanine, and her channel is The Messy Beautiful. She is so much fun, you guys. She keeps things really real. She's a lot of fun to listen to. She's got 3 little girls. Their family just moved from Arizona to Seattle. She also has a beautiful Instagram page that I will share with you guys. She is sharing her thoughts and her ideas on mommy me time. Head over to her channel and check it out. I know you're gonna love getting to know her and hearing her advice. So like I said, I have been staying home with my kids for over 5 years now, and it was really shocking. I think it's pretty shocking for a lot of moms when they stay home and they've got a baby or, you know, multiple kids. If you have been working when they were little and all of a sudden you're able to stay home with them, you can just get burnt out. And it is really important for us to take that time to recharge and regroup and not lose our identity. That is something that I really struggled with. I don't have anybody in my personal life, like our life here or wherever else we've lived, where they know who I am as an individual. Every person that we know knows me as the mom and Nathan's wife, and they don't really know me as Amanda, as who I am, because all of my family and long-term friends are thousands of miles away. So that was something that was really difficult for me, has been difficult over the years, and something that I needed to learn how to balance. That balance of I am a mom and it is a blessing, but I'm also still my own person, and how do I still feed the individual while being a mom to my kids. So I'm gonna share with you guys the ways that I have learned throughout these years, because it has been a huge learning process for me, what works for me. If you're struggling, if you're feeling depressed or stressed out or just lost in who you are and why am I doing this and what's the point of all of this, it can be really detrimental to your home and your family life. So this is an extremely important topic, and I do hope that you guys are encouraged by me sharing my experience and what I've learned. My older kids don't nap anymore, but I still do a quiet time, and that is for myself, for sure, but also for them. I really find that they need that break. They need the break from each other. They need the break from me. So I always make it a point. We have a scheduled quiet time in the middle of every day. I would suggest getting a routine, a schedule down, and having a set quiet time in your day. No matter how old your kids are, if they don't sleep, that's okay. Just put them in their separate areas, give them a break, give you a break, and everybody can sort of have that downtime to relax and collect themselves. The other thing would be bedtime. We've always done a set bedtime for all of our kids. It's staggered more now that the kids, we've got older ones and then younger ones, but our kids always have a set bedtime, and that works really well because I know that I can depend on their internal clocks. They're tired by a certain time and they get up in the mornings at a certain time, and that allows me to get up earlier before they're awake and get some things done. That time in the morning is so important to me. It is when I am the most productive. I'm usually the most awake, even though it's super early. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but I'm usually really awake and my brain is ready to go. It's ready to start the day. So I love starting my day out that way, and it really helps to wake up and not be met with the loud chaos that usually comes from the kids waking up in the mornings. The other thing that I do is I go to the gym. I've got 4 mornings a week where I know this hour I'm gonna be at the gym, and I can schedule and structure our days around that. I do believe that exercise is really important, so that would be a suggestion that I have for you guys, is prioritizing exercise in some way, whatever it needs to be for you and whatever you enjoy. I've done tons and tons of different types of exercise. I've finally found what I really like. I do enjoy lifting and the high intensity interval training. That's a very, very important thing for me to prioritize, and it's become a passion of mine. I love it. I love how I feel afterwards and the health benefits. I mean, you can't argue with what exercise does to your body physically. And moms who stay home, we struggle a lot with inactivity because we're just hanging out with our little kids and you're on the floor playing with them and you're sitting and you're reading to them and you have a lot of downtime where you can't get out of the house because they're napping. So exercise is so, so important to prioritize as much as you can, whatever you can do. There are so many benefits for our heart, our lungs, your circulation, bone density, your mental clarity, and then just your own comfort. I mean, who doesn't want to be comfortable in the body that they're living in, or even proud of the body that they have because they've worked really hard to reach certain goals, set goals, and you've reached them and you're pushing yourself. It does wonders for your self-confidence and even your energy levels. So exercise is something that I prioritize in my life, and I would recommend that as much as you can and in whatever way you can, that you prioritize it as well, because it will speak volumes to your overall health, both mentally and physically. The other thing that I do, I don't know that it would really qualify as me time, but it's definitely something that I started for me and to have a creative outlet and a social outlet, is my channel. I did start my channel as a way to keep my family up to date with what we were doing and they can stay in contact with my kids a little more, but also to connect with other moms. It is so very important to have that support however you can get it. Right now for me, it is really hard to get it out in my daily life, like on face-to-face contact. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm connecting with you guys on Instagram and here on my channel, and you have no idea how valuable it is to me. The engagement, the comments, and getting to know you guys, it is feeding my social life right now. And it's also another way that I can push myself, and it's something that I can have for me. Yes, it is motherhood and my kids are still constantly around all the time and I have to work my filming around my kids, but it's something that I individually can take and grow myself with. So that would be another thing. Find something that you love, a hobby or a passion, and throw yourself into it as much as you can. Yes, it can be difficult to do that with kids, but however you can, it's really, really important to make sure that you have things that are just for you, which leads me into the topic of mommy guilt. Every single mom feels that mommy guilt when you're taking time for yourself, when you're doing something that's just you and your kids are not involved, or when you want to do something and you don't want your kids involved and you have the guilt of, why am I feeling this way and I shouldn't be feeling this way. It's completely fine to feel that way. It's normal to feel that way. You were first an individual person before you were a mom, and you are still an individual person. Even though you're a mom, you are still you. So making sure that you don't lose sight of having those hobbies, those passions, whatever you need to still be you and to push yourself in other ways, not just mommy related, but also personal goals. That's why I love the gym. It's allowing me to push myself and challenge myself. I also play the piano. Kinda. I took lessons for about 9 years, but it's of course been off and on for a very, very long time. But things like that, where you have something that is for you and only you, it's not a bad thing, and you do not need to feel guilty about it. And it is good for your kids to see that, for your kids to understand and to learn as they're growing up that, oh, life isn't all about me, and mom doesn't live her life only for me. Mom is her own person, and she does have passions and drive and hobbies and things outside of our life. My husband and I both believe that it's really important for our kids to be learning and understanding that, and going to the gym is helping my kids to see that, because they come with me and it is an hour out of their morning 4 days a week. And of course the question has come up, why are we here? Why do we go here? And I've sat down and explained to them, you guys are giving this to mommy. You're helping mommy get some time, exercise, be healthy, and explaining to them that no, this isn't for you. And I understand that you might not want to go every morning, but this is a way that you are giving back to mommy and you're helping mommy. And they actually really like that. They do rise up to the call of, can you please do this for me and help mommy out in this way? They actually do really like that. So going to the gym is really helping a lot with that, but I do think that it is very, very important for your kids to see that. The other thing that I found is really important and really, really beneficial, it makes a huge difference, is when I take the time to self-reflect and look inward and check my perspective. Am I focusing on negative things? Am I getting pulled into, I feel lonely, I feel isolated, I feel like I'm losing my identity, I feel burnt out? When that happens, yes, you need to look inward and you need to see what's going on. What am I feeling and why would I be feeling that? And then you can look at, okay, so what do I need? What do I need to step back from? How do I need to take a break? What are things that maybe I need to do? I do that a lot. I love to just go somewhere quiet and sit and just let thoughts run through my head, and as they do, I will examine why am I feeling this way and what could be the reason, and then figure out from there what are ways that you can recharge and re-energize and feed yourself. And I know that people love podcasts and books and maybe going to the coffee shop and getting that time if that's possible. For me, I don't really need to be going out anywhere. It's actually, I find it more exhausting to leave and be out in public. So I usually will try to use that time in the early mornings or the quiet time, or even after my kids go to bed at night. I love to sit and examine different areas of my life and what was difficult about today. What are areas where I might be feeling a little bit of mom guilt? Maybe I, reacted in a negative way towards something the kids did. Maybe I lost my temper, or maybe it was just a bad day. We have bad days where we're just in crummy moods, or we're just overwhelmed or exhausted, and yes, you might just have a bad day. So that would be my last piece of advice, is just take the time to look at yourself and to reflect and examine the why behind what you do. What were you struggling with? What are you feeling maybe resentment about? And you'll be surprised how much you learned about yourself. That was the biggest thing that I have learned over these past really few years. I've started to do that more often, where I'll take that time to sit and question pretty much everything, and everything that comes through my mind. It's why am I feeling that way? Why is that a problem for me? Why is this? Why is that? And it really helps, I find, get to the root of the problem and, okay, is there a solution to it? And there might not be. Like I said, you might just have bad days every now and then, and there is a point at which you just need to understand, maybe we're just in a tough season of life right now. We have been through a couple of those. Young kids is no joke. They are exhausting, it is hard, it is isolating, and you might just be in a season of your life or a time in your life where it's just gonna be tough, and you just have to do your best, feed yourself in whatever way you might need to get through the season that you're in. It is so important that you take the time, however you can, however you need, whether it's getting out of the house and getting away from them, having that quiet time, finding a hobby for yourself, having special things that you can do for yourself. I get my nails done, I get my hair done. I am learning more about myself as the years go on, and these are just things that I love to do. I have a lot of layers to myself. I love to go to the gym and get sweaty and gross and feel like a total badass, but I also love the girly things as well. And I have learned that over years of self-reflection, looking inward and learning about myself and what am I struggling with and how can I fix it? What do I need? What do I need to do for myself? And what are passions that I have that I need to be fanning the flame and not letting those die and go out, because it is important to not lose your identity in motherhood. It's a marathon, it is not a sprint, you guys, so make sure that you are taking that time however you need. It's difficult. I still struggle a lot. Motherhood is no joke. The feelings that we feel and the pressure that we have on ourselves, the pressure that we oftentimes put on ourselves is incredibly immense at times, and we need to be stepping up and stepping alongside each other and encouraging each other and to listen to each other, because that might be all you need sometimes, where yeah, there's not a solution to what I'm feeling or what I'm going through right now. It's just where we're at, but needing to vent and needing to get it out, that can help immensely. So make sure to take that time to talk to others and to be there for other moms as well who might need that. So I do hope this video helped you guys. I hope it wasn't too rambly and kind of all over the place. choice. And I hope you guys were encouraged by this. Let me know in the comments what you guys do for your mommy time. If you have any questions at all, I'd love to chat with you guys in the comments. Be sure to check out Jeanine's video. You guys are going to enjoy getting to know her. Again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys with the next video.